This is the fourth part of a four-part video about NaomiKnights DMCA abuse. So now, Naomi, I issue you a challenge. Actually, I'm going to be generous and I'll let you pick your choice of challenges. If you don't like the first option, then choose the second option, or the third option, or the fourth option. Option 1. Perhaps you disagree with me about the importance of fair use. I believe fair use is absolutely essential for the free speech necessary for a democratic system to thrive. If you disagree with me, then make a video explaining why fair use is a bad thing, or at the very least, explaining why you think it is overrated. Option 2. Perhaps you think that fair use is a good thing and it should apply to everyone else, but it shouldn't apply to you. Perhaps you think there is something special about your video so that it alone should be protected from others using it without obtaining your permission. If so, please explain. Perhaps you think there is something particularly odious about the amazing Muslim and that he in particular should not have the right to make fair use of your video. If so, please explain. And if your answer is that he shouldn't be allowed to use your video because he justifies pedophilia and your DMCA is promoting a greater good by fighting pedophilia, then answer me this. Then if Fang X or Ken Hovind or some other Christian or some Muslim could argue that atheists are evil and that they are causing people to question their belief in God. They could argue, of course it's an absurd argument, but they could argue that atheists are committing the greatest evil of all by misleading people and causing them to lose their souls. They could argue that if they let atheists use their video clips to mock their religion, then people who might otherwise believe in God will lose their souls and will burn in hell for all eternity. And they could then use this as a justification for DMCAing atheists like Thunderfoot or Extant Dodo because silencing them is for the greater good. If you use the argument that you should be allowed to censor the amazing Muslim for the greater good, then what is to prevent overzealous Christians and Muslims from using the same argument for DMCA abuse against atheists? Option 3. Perhaps you believe fair use is a good thing, and everyone, including the amazing Muslim, should have the right to make fair use of other people's clips. However, you believe that despite my analysis, his use of your video does not fall within fair use. Please make a video explaining why his use is not fair use. Be sure to discuss each factor in the four-factor fair use analysis test and how they pertain to his use of your video. I will post a link in the sidebar to my webpage which lists all four factors that you must discuss. And option 4. Perhaps you believe fair use is a good thing and that everyone, including the amazing Muslim, should have the right for fair use. Perhaps you now believe that his use of your clip fell within fair use. If so, then withdraw the DMCA and issue an apology to the amazing Muslim. There you have it, Naomi. 4 options from which to choose. Pick one and make a video. Or don't if you choose not to. But if you refuse to meet this challenge, then that in itself will be a message to all concerned. Then every person who witnesses this drama will use that information in further evaluating the legitimacy of your actions. This has been the Masked Analyst, under and in.